was my vlog for the, can't remember. Let's guess the 12th, Thursday or whatever, Tuesday. It's something like 7:30 in the morning. I was straight up. It's like full on daytime, dude. I was out there until the daytime in the living room. I was in here for a while. So yeah, I guess I was working the whole time, smoking weed, working, smoking a lot of weed. Gonna run out of weed, but I guess we're zooming through the months. Yeah, I was thinking like I'm living the life. You know how people are like living the life, living the life. I feel like I'm living the life because I can smoke as much reefer as I want and I have a badass project to work on. But I realized that my timeline, the ancient history pages of my timeline are warped. They're all warped really bad, and because I'm remembering that a couple years ago, I should look in my vlog. It was a while, but not that long. A couple years back, yeah, I did a dump, a big old dump of info on my timeline of stuff. So yeah, that was like in a month of work or something, and then I backed out. I was like, ah, screw it, I'll do this later. And now that I'm moving back into it, it's super like simple work. I barely even have to. It's fun. I'm enjoying myself. Because I barely have to think. I'm just like reading it and chopping out and condensing it. And I like watching it just go shrink down and get more condensed because it looks better. And before, like yesterday, I was saying that like I was like, why? What's the deal with this like text that takes up all the space? That's why it's puffed out, because it's some kind of weird text, like that's got something in it besides code, and I thought I was gonna have to like retype it, but then I realized I don't have to do that. I have, because I saw it like self adjust at one point. All I have to do is delete the area between the words. So I just highlight the area, the space between the words, and then I just hit spacebar, and that makes a space between the words, but at the same time deleting the space that was before between the words, even though there's no code. If you look at the code, it's just regular text, but what that does is it makes it so it takes away that magical spell, so it allows the word to jump back up and act normally. And so when you do that enough, it just eventually, yeah. So I think I'll just do that until it eventually self-adjusts, and it's gonna look. And not only will it look good, better, like a gazillion times better, basically, not really even functional now, when it all fits in the screen, but it'll also be like way more condensed in terms of the words and the vertical size, and so it'll look really good for the first time. And I'm like, so looking forward to it. There's a bunch of images that weren't on there though, so I want to know what the deal with that is, and a bunch that I linked weren't there, so I'll have to fix some of that. But I think I'm going to use some more images I screen captured from other people, but whatever, I think it'll be all right in the end. But of the prehistoric animals and Cenozoic beasts compared to human, but that's a cool YouTube videos. You should check them out. But um, um, so I mean, there were so many of those. I was also doing batch edits, because I would open every page that's in the section, which is like, I can't remember, 15 pages or whatever. But batch edit, turn and into the symbol and, because it uses less space, and then get rid of the, and I should get rid of other things too, like of. I'm getting rid of all of the filler words, and just making it so they talk like that TV show Spartacus, because to condense and instead of doing, I'm even taking away periods and commas, and because I'll just replace those with font, kind of going back to original Latin where they didn't have punctuation or space. It was just all the letters together. You can do that again because now you can color the words and have different fonts in all the words, which will then replace punctuation and allow you to save space. Again, just like in ancient Roman times. So it's just so many of them, that it takes forever, but it's fun to do. And I'm listening. I think I have like Great Courses Plus. I finished that lecture about Japan, which was really good. And maybe I should listen to it again instead of listen to new ones. But I saw what else there was, and there's all these other ones that I got, but they all get deleted. Like all of them get deleted at the beginning of May. So I don't know if I can. Maybe I should just try to finish them all by the beginning of May. So now I'm doing one like Pagan World lecture, which is like 13 hours. So maybe I could finish that today and just finish one a day so that I could then listen to that Japan one again, because that was really good before they take it away. And then there was that Peloponnesian War one that I already listened to twice, so I shouldn't listen to it again. And then I'm going to listen to the Donald Kagan book again, because I have that. I actually own that. But yeah, so it's a great time for me to listen to stuff while I work, even though, well, not really, because I have to pay attention to what I'm editing, but it's so fun that I'm enjoying listening to the stuff and still listening and learning. So yeah. Today I have to do the selling of the radio stuff with my mom. She was going to help me. I guess she's going to come over. But she wanted me to do it after I woke up, and I haven't even gotten to sleep yet. So hopefully she'll still be able to do it this afternoon, because I don't think I'll be getting up until then. I don't even know when I'm going to go to sleep, because I feel like I want to keep working. Like it's just so much fun. I'm like living the life, like even though I want to work until I pass out, because it's just so much goddamn work. And I'm enjoying listening to the thing, but it's just I'll probably burn out pretty soon. But I don't know. It's just fun editing it out and watching it shrink, get more concise, and it's gonna look way better. I did not realize it was that puffed up. It was that basic. I mean, yeah, I really left it in a state of, which is totally my style. I'm not surprised at all, but yeah, I don't remember it looking that bad. It's a great working tech strategy though, because it keeps you at 100%. Because it's like people doing a relay and passing the relay off to each other, where everybody, or like Pony Express, where everybody gets to be at 100%, because right when you're about to wear out, you just pass the baton to the next guy. And I do that with myself, because like I was just about to burn out, or I just barely dumped all this new information into the timeline, right? Until I was like, oh my God, that was crazy, after like a month. And I'm like, well, so now I have to edit it, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm burnt out, right? So then I backed out, and then I saw something completely different and got totally excited about it and kept working. So I relayed myself. And so now I'm going back into editing it where I would have been burnt out before, and I'm just like on fire, because I'm like, holy shit, look how messed up it is. Let me fix it, and it can fix quick, So yeah, and I am doing editing. I'm adding images too, because that's how I originally got started on it. To add the icons. So, which I'm adding, so. So yeah, I mean, I said I'm going to dedicate the month of April. So I guess I have a little bit more than 2 more weeks to that, the icons of the timeline. But now that it's the timeline itself, I guess the goal is to finish the timeline so that it all fits in and is edited down, so that it all scrunches in and is edited down, and then all of the images are on. And if I'm not done putting all the images on by the beginning of May, I will dedicate the entire month of May to finishing putting the images on, I bet you. And it'll probably, yeah, and how long do I think it'll actually take? It's a good question. I think it's possible. Somehow I think it's possible to finish it this month in April. I don't know. But if I don't finish it in April, somehow I feel like it'll take all of the month of April, of May. I don't know. That's just how I feel. So we'll see. That's the whole interesting thing about this video. I just had like a tired pang, like I could pass out. So maybe I should. I love getting so tired that all I have to do is lie down like this. But so anyway, yeah. As far as listening, that lecture to Japan was really good. I'm kind of, I guess I'm too tired to remember any specific insights that I learned from it, but it made me want to definitely listen to it again, and then study more of Japan. You know, my timeline is so, I've been looking at it, it's still like not developed enough, but I'm thinking like when it is developed, it'll work really well with the study of history. And I also totally understand like how nobody would have anything to say about my timeline, because it's actually not really functionable yet because of all of the, you know, breaking out of the screen and just not being developed enough in terms of detail. So yeah, I'm like super fired up. Living the life. Because, I mean, my God, I'm just so excited to see what it'll look like when it's done. It's going to be really cool. So anyways, I guess that's all. I really liked that movie yesterday. I even was telling my mom I want to watch it again with her. I just like the concept. It made me want to go and like find another movie to watch. Like now I'm in like movie watching mode. In fact, maybe I should try. I just got this idea right now. Maybe I should try this new. Actually, I was thinking about it before a little bit. I should try this new thing where I watch a movie right when I'm about to pass out. Like right now, like I'm literally about to pass out. Can I keep my eyes open? And I go, oh yeah, let's watch the movie then. So then you watch the movie, and so like maybe you'll like enjoy the movie because you'll be in like such a relaxed state, you know? Like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and maybe you're tired or whatever, and so like you want to just hit the snooze button, and you're so like relaxed that it's like one of the most comfortable times of your whole day, because you're and like I guess people with insomnia can relate with this. I don't know if everybody can, but I'm like an insomniac type. So, and it's totally different from when you're trying to go to sleep, when you're like totally like you know, too awake and you can't get to sleep, and then you finally do fall asleep, but you don't remember when you fall asleep. So there's no period of being relaxed. The only period of being relaxed is when you wake up, and that time when you first wake up. But like when you stay awake until you pass out because you're tired, you get to have that feeling as you go to sleep too, which is cool. I'm going to, so I don't know, yeah, maybe I should. There's this movie, Jet Li's Fearless. I love period pics, history movies, and real life movies, which that was, and sci-fi. What other movie? Oh, there were some paid movies I wanted to watch, but I'm not going to pay for a movie. But I'm sure that I'll find. Oh, there's The Northman. I wanted to watch that, but I didn't have the time. I wanted to buy it, but they don't have it for sale. I should watch that. because it's basically like you're going into the world and you're like dreaming in this world, and I don't have to pay attention. I have to know what happens to it. And I think there's some other movies too, so maybe I'll do that. But it's kind of distracting at first. I think I'm gonna go to sleep, but I might try that later. Anyways, that's enough talking. Yeah, I mean, as far as the website and the timeline, who knows? I think it might be done. As far as getting the thing scrunched down, because that's pretty much like my priority now. I'm not even really putting icons in for the last couple hours. That, oh man, that could take up to like a couple of days to a week. So yeah, I'm just fired up to do that. Hopefully in a week. So, anyways, enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.